whether LeBron James will return, and if so, whether a deal can be worked out. James offered some intriguing comments on his Mind the Game podcast yesterday about what would matter most if he comes back for his 24th season. Listen to this.
Winning is most important because you want to be excited about going to work every day. You want to be excited about, like I said earlier, winning the day, and being around a group of guys that, feel the same way and trying not to take steps backwards. I'm not going anywhere where it's a start over at year 24 or things of that nature. I'm done with that.
All right, so we're going to speculate about this till he comes out and makes a decision. But what is your reaction to what LeBron just alluded to in those comments?
I think LeBron, throughout that whole conversation, is negotiating. He sits on the Lakers' books right now. I think we'll have an answer about whether LeBron James will be a Laker or not by the time we get to an NBA draft. And if he doesn't sign in to get that amount of money that he's going to want as a Laker, if there's no plan that's going to come to him, I think we'll see LeBron James talking about going to another team, because I think the Lakers are going to have to come to an ultimate decision on whether they're going to keep him on the roster, pay him, or whether they're going to let him go and kind of build without him.
So the NBA draft, what, about a month? A little less than a month away? Kirk, what do you think about LeBron and what he said about his future?
We took the bait. He threw his fishing pole out there and let the bait just hang in, and he caught some big fish. He caught the attention that he wanted while his ass is sitting at home. It's nothing. Look, I've been knowing Braun all my life. He moves like the president. He already has a plan in place. He know what he's doing. He know what his next move is. He know what the counter is gonna be. He know where he want to go, where he want to be, if he want to be on the Lakers. He already know that. Like, this right here was just throwing the bait out to get some more national media attention real quick, to get people talking about it, and here we are talking about it again. He already got his plan in place.
Well, what do you think his plan is?
I don't know. He ain't going to tell nobody. Let me tell you why, Shay. I was in a locker room with LeBron James, okay? My last year in Cleveland. We went to the NBA Finals. I used to be at this man's house watching the games, eating his groceries, okay? And this man not one time gave me any type of clue or insight that he was leaving and going to LA. We heard the whispers. But I'm sitting, it's me and him. He already knew he was gone. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, Braun already knows. Him and Rich Paul already got a plan together. And guess what? Nobody's going to know but those two guys. And when it pop up and he make his decision, then we'll know. Other than that, I'd rather just keep talking about the finals. Conference finals.
Go ahead, Stephen A.
It's not always true. Biggest story of my career, which story did I break? I'm taking my talent to South Beach. Someone always talks to somebody. And you just got to know what trees to shake.
Oh, there you go.
Now, that doesn't mean it happens every time. That doesn't mean it happens every time. Now, I can say that because that wasn't the only story that I broke. Throughout my career as a beat writer, I broke numerous stories. That's what ultimately propelled me to television. You have to find the soft spots and you squeeze. That's journalism. That's how it goes.
What?
And
What
so you find the soft spot and you squeeze. That's what you do. So I've broken, go back, Philadelphia Inquirer, 17 years. I broke a whole bunch of stories for the newspaper. That's what comes with it. So again, it's not always that nobody knows. Somebody always knows. Always. You just have to know where the spots are.
Are you guys 5 years old? Really? Are we 5 years old here? What is going on? Like, this is like a lunch table in junior high. I can't stand any of you.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just saying. Listen. Shay, let me say this real quick. Shay. It's not as applicable today as it was back in the day because of the advent of social media and everything gets out in 2 minutes and all of that other stuff. But back in the day, before all of that happened, when you were a beat writer and you were actually on the beat, it took a special skill to break
got it.
stories, and those who broke stories, made careers for themselves. And you're looking at one of them. Squeeze.
The 41-year-old is still deciding on if he intends to return for a 24th season, and if he will it be in LA or will it be somewhere else? This week on his podcast, Mind the Game, LeBron spoke for the first time on his thought process about his future.
Obviously, I understand that I'm a free agent and I can control my own destiny. If being here with this franchise, for the foreseeable future, or if it's going somewhere else. I think at some point, up until up in June, late June, as July roll around, free agency starts to gets going, and as July rolling, and maybe into August, we start to kind of like get a feel of what my future may look like.
Maybe into August. Windy, make something of this.
Yeah, let me just say, he said he's going on vacation this weekend, and I think we should just let him go on vacation, because I don't think maybe he's made the plan about what he wants to do yet. So here's the thing. He can do whatever. If he wants to wait until the day before the season starts, he can, and there will be teams lined up to sign him, okay? But if he wants to get a big dollar contract with the Los Angeles Lakers, he's going to have about a month. Because the Lakers have cap space, but he sits on their books at $58 million, okay? That's the way the rules work in the NBA. And to even a free agent, he sits on your books until you sign him for whatever his new number is, whether it's $58 million or it's $20 million or it's $10 million, or you renounce him and say, we're giving up your rights, goodbye. And the Lakers cannot sit around and wait until mid-August to do something with that $58 million. And this is not like Aaron Rodgers, where you can sit for 6 months and then sign for $25 million. The NBA does not work like that. The Lakers have to make decisions. So really what I think it's more incumbent on the Lakers to have a plan to bring to LeBron. If they want to re-sign him, I don't want to assume anything. They need to come to LeBron and say, LeBron, here's what we want to offer and why. It's not just about the actual dollars. Of course. It's about the respect that you want to show and to say, listen, if we want you to take a pay cut to whatever it's going to be, why? This is what we're going to do with the money. We're going to chase these guys, and we're going to do like that. That is coming, because to me, this is really going to be who's going to come to whom first. LeBron is not going to go to the Lakers and say, more, please. They're going to have to come to him. And so really what he's doing here, he's negotiating. Right. This is part of a negotiation, but I'm not going to overreact to him saying August. I'm gonna let this see how the next few weeks goes with the Lakers moving first.
It's posturing, right? Yes. I mean, just to your point about negotiation, I think if you're LeBron, you want to see what that plan is, but also in the back of your mind, you're thinking to yourself and to your family, how do I want this ride to end? Like, where do I want it to end at? And like, is it about the money, which it's always, I don't care what anybody says, money always helps the situation, but can it be about the money and a place that I love? Or can it be about maybe taking money somewhere else in another place where I can finalize my career? That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about the final stretch.
How should LeBron James end his career? Should he end his career on a team that is a first-round exit? Unceremoniously, his last game, we won't know when it is, right? Or does he go somewhere in a situation where he has a chance, a legitimate chance to win and be competitive? And that's why I think you leave your options open if you're him. First of all, it probably takes him 2 to 3 hours to get ready to play a game these days, right? He's putting in a lot of time for this. But on top of it, I think it is about the legacy of how do I end my career? And that's why I think you leave the door open, not only for what the Lakers bring to you, because it's a great point. The cap hold is going to keep them from being able to do anything. So they have to have a plan first. We have X, Y, Z to do. This is what the roster is going to look like with Luka and maybe even Austin Reeves, and see if he likes that. But in the meantime, you also allow another team that might be interested to say, hey, LeBron, if you come here, this is what we've got.
Here's how I handicap this on May 22nd. Okay. I'm not saying this is